So it's been close to a month since I moved from Chicago to New York City, and as dictated by New York state law, I have to get my driver's license within 30 days of establishing residency. That's just one official thing that I've needed to do in order to inaugurate my new life in the Empire State. But honestly, what's been more difficult is taking this channel in a completely new direction. I realized that I was doing a lot of leg workouts on the channel of late, so today we're gonna switch it up with a chest, shoulder, tricep workout. Let's get it. I made the decision to move to NYC in about 10 minutes back in April, but really that decision naturally occurred over the span of the past 4 years. Because since 2019, Narissa and I had visited the Big Apple about 10 times, each time staying in a different part of the city, depending on hotel costs and what videos we wanted to create. During these trips, we had to learn how to live like real New Yorkers. Because you see, we weren't trying to make videos about Times Square, the Statue of Liberty, and Sparrow Pizza. We aimed to dig deeper into the culture of NYC for our videos, just like we had done in Chicago, Miami, and London. Because these trips would last anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks, we had to do most of the boring, everyday things that many residents of this city do, like ride the subway, do laundry, find a gym, buy groceries, and even walk the dog. Yes, that's right, during these trips, Rowdy was always by our sides, and he had to learn how to handle his business in the middle of a sidewalk with no grass around. All right, I got the fresh fade and I'm ready to continue this vlog in New York City. That's another thing I've had to do to become an official New Yorker. Find my gym and find my barbershop. So like 2 weeks ago, I found a shop in East Village, went out there and I got a decent cut if I'm being nice, but the experience was just straight trash. Back home in Chicago, I'm used to getting a great cut from my guy Josh. Dope conversation, phenomenal cut. So today I went to Filthy Rich Barbershop here in Williamsburg, and Ronnie hooked it up with a dope taper fade, great scissor cut on top. Now during these trips to New York, I learned a lot about content creation and definitely elevated my skills to a level I never thought possible. You see, vlogging in public in Chicago is one thing, but vlogging in public in New York City, well, that's an art form. It's kind of like a slugger up to the plate, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, down by 3 in the opponent's home stadium. Because in New York, you got all kinds of distractions. There's traffic, subways, people, animals, music, street performers, and sometimes bags of garbage all around you. You gotta block all that out to deliver a picture-perfect performance. On top of that, I discovered that I was actually capable of producing YouTube videos about NYC that perform well. Despite the competition and the oversaturation that the haters told me about, I've got several NYC videos on the channel that are crushing it in the algorithm right now. And if you'll indulge me and allow me to continue with the baseball analogy, I spent the better part of the last 4 years creating content in a AAA environment. And every so often, I would get called up to the majors here in NYC. Sure, I struck out a bunch, but I also caught a few pitches in my wheelhouse and jacked some homers. Gusto Nation, I am now an official member of the New York Public Library, one step closer to becoming an official New Yorker. Down the road, I'll get into more of the reasons why I chose to move to NYC in 2023, but for now, let's change topics. Astute audience members may have noticed that this channel's been pivoting more than Shaq in the paint. In October of 2022, I made the big announcement that we would no longer be focusing on history. And since then, I've been incorporating stories from my own life slowly but surely into our food tours, neighborhood guides, and travel films. At my core, I'm a filmmaker. I just so happen to upload my films to YouTube. But that means I fundamentally care about every aspect of these videos, from composition to lighting to audio. We've implemented elements of vlogging, improv comedy, and filmmaking into what otherwise would just be a list of restaurant and attraction recommendations. And yeah, maybe that's what some people want, but I see myself as more talented than being able to tell you where to get the best deep dish pizza or Chicago-style hot dog. Coffee break alert. Today I stopped at La Colombe Coffee Roasters because it's right around the corner from the library. I actually came to the main branch of the library to get my card because, I felt like it was symbolic and, just really special, cinematic. But when I got inside and I asked the nice lady at the information desk, she told me to go to the one on 40th Street. It would be a little bit easier to get my card there. And she was right. So shout out to that lady. I didn't get your name, but you'll live forever in this vlog. A cold brew, ice cold because it is hot. But I'm immune to the heat and humidity now because I grew up in South Florida and it doesn't bother me. But anyway, in the 9 months or so since I made that big no history announcement, I've started incorporating stories from my life as I become one of the world's top YouTubers. Anything from my struggles dealing with the haters to now my fitness journey. I've even taken y'all on a couple of haircuts with me. And now since officially moving to New York, the channel has taken a new turn. Now that we're headed this new direction, we ain't slowing down anytime soon. Bottoms up. Got myself a little afternoon tea. This is the Rishi turmeric ginger and some hot water with a couple of scoops of Great Lakes collagen stirred in. I want to be clear about something. The same type of content that y'all have been seeing on the channel for the last 3+ years is still going to be uploaded from time to time. So yeah, that's right. Food tours, travel films, neighborhood guides, all mixed in the unique way that we do it. But what's also here to stay is these day in the life vlogs that I've been uploading the past week or so. In these vlogs, I'm gonna take you through a typical day of mine, and I'll either be sharing some advice, maybe relating a story from my own life. Either way, I'm gonna be providing some type of value. It's not just gonna be like, yo, check me out guys, I'm having coffee on Manhattan rooftop. So what's the channel's new philosophy? I would say that there are 3 main pillars that define our content. First and foremost, New York City. This is the city that we're currently based in. A lot of the content that y'all are gonna be seeing from here on out is gonna be centered around New York. Sometimes it'll be a day in the life living here in Brooklyn. Sometimes it'll be maybe some great new restaurants, some cool things to do. The second pillar is men's lifestyle. As a man, I set a certain standard to how I live my life. There are certain non-negotiables for me, like going to the gym, eating a clean, well-balanced diet, keeping myself groomed and hygienic, and continuously self-improving, whether that be through discipline, reading, or learning a new skill. You're gonna see this type of lifestyle woven into all the videos from here on out. And finally, the third pillar of this channel is travel. That's why I launched this channel to begin with in 2019. If y'all go back in the archives, I talked about what's great about solo traveling, what sucks about it. We went to Miami, we went to Las Vegas, we made little travel guides. That was all before the pandemic struck, and then we had to pivot to making travel films in our beautiful city of Chicago. But that travel is going to continue on the channel, so cheers to that. Dinner tonight is cauliflower breaded chicken tenders, baked, never fried. We got some seasoned waffle cut fries, and then to balance everything out, some rainbow cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. Don't worry, y'all, this fits all within my macros, my calorie goals. Most importantly, I'm hitting my protein goal for the day. I'm sitting on the floor again because we still don't have a couch, we don't have a TV, nothing on the walls yet, so just bear with me because I'm working on all that stuff and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. We're gonna eat some dinner, watch Shanghai Noon on the small screen, the Nintendo Switch, and I appreciate y'all watching this. Make sure you subscribe because I drop 2 videos like this every single week, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.